You know that moment when lightning splits the sky. How for one breathtaking second, everything is illuminated in impossible clarity. That's what meeting your twin flame feels like. The world tilts, colors sharpen. Suddenly, you remember something you didn't know you'd forgotten. And then, just as suddenly, the darkness rushes back in, leaving you blinking at the afterimage, wondering if it was ever real at all. Here's the cruelest, kindest joke the universe plays. It gives you a love so vast, it rewires your soul, then yanks it out of reach, like being handed the keys to a paradise you're not allowed to enter. Not yet. Maybe not ever. And the question claws at you day and night. If this is real, why does it hurt so much? If we're meant to be, why can't we just be? Let's call it what it is. This isn't some sweet, hand-holding stroll into sunset territory. Twin flame love is more like being strapped into a cosmic roller coaster you didn't consent to ride. One minute you're soaring, drunk on connection so intense it feels like your cells are singing. The next, plummeting into freefall when reality comes crashing back. Jobs, distance, timing, other people. The universe throws up roadblocks with the enthusiasm of an overzealous bouncer at a VIP club. And the worst part? You can't even properly mourn it. How do you grieve a relationship that technically never was, yet somehow eclipsed everything else? Try explaining that to your therapist without sounding completely unhinged. Normal relationship advice fails spectacularly with twin flames. Give space, you've given continence. Move on. Your soul treats the suggestion like a bad joke. This connection laughs in the face of no contact rules and dating coaches' carefully crafted strategies. It's like trying to navigate a hurricane with a paper map. The forces at work here operate on a whole other pay grade. Ever noticed how twin flame separation feels less like a breakup and more like phantom limb syndrome? That's because you're not just missing a person. You're missing a piece of your own consciousness. No wonder it defies logic. You might as well try to argue with gravity. Here's what no one tells you. That ache in your chest isn't just pain, it's potential. Like a seed cracking open in dark soil, what feels like breaking is actually the necessary unraveling before growth. The universe isn't cruel, it's alchemical. It knows exactly how much pressure it takes to turn coal into diamond, how much fire is needed to purify gold. So yes, this hurts. It's supposed to. You're not being punished, you're being forged. And somewhere beyond the reach of your doubts, the same fire licks at your twin flame's heels too. The question isn't if the love is real, it's what are you becoming because of it? You've felt it, that maddening, soul-deep certainty that this person is yours, threaded into your DNA, written into your story before you even took your first breath. So why then does it feel like the cosmos is gatekeeping your happiness? Why does the universe dangle this love in front of you like a carrot on a stick, only to yank it away every time you get close? Here's the thing. Twin flames don't follow human schedules. They operate on soul time, a baffling, non-linear, we'll get there when we get there kind of clock that laughs in the face of your 5-year plan. Think of it like this. You're both actors in a sprawling, interdimensional play, and the script isn't just about romance. It's about healing generational curses, waking up your purpose, shaking the world in ways you can't yet imagine. But here's the catch. You can't rehearse the final act until you've nailed your solo scenes. Maybe one of you needs to build a career, break a family pattern, or learn how to stand alone before standing together. Maybe the world needs something from you first. Art, activism, a revolution only you can spark. The universe isn't cruel, it's strategic. It won't hand you the keys to forever until you've proven you can drive. Let's be real. Divine timing sounds beautiful in theory and excruciating in practice. It's like waiting for a train that won't tell you its schedule, all while whispering, "Trust me, you'll love the destination." Meanwhile, you're pacing the platform, checking your watch, wondering if you misheard the announcement or if life's just messing with you. And oh, the irony, the more you chase, the longer the wait. Ever tried to force a butterfly out of its cocoon? It doesn't end well. Same energy. This separation isn't empty space, it's the universe's workshop. Every lonely night, every unanswered text, every "why not me?" is chiseling you into someone capable of sustaining a love this fierce. Because here's the truth no one talks about. Twin flame union isn't a fairy tale. It's a tornado. You think you want it now. Imagine merging with a force that magnifies everything. Your joy, your trauma, your unspoken dreams. Without the right foundation, that kind of intensity doesn't bond, it burns. The waiting isn't punishment, it's the universe handing you a fireproof suit. Deep down, you already know this. When you're honest, you can trace the ways you've changed since this love cracked you open. Maybe you've stopped settling for crumbs. Maybe you've finally faced that childhood wound. Maybe you've discovered a voice you didn't know you had. That's the magic of divine timing. It doesn't just bring you together, it ensures you recognize each other when you get there. Because the scariest thought isn't, "What if we never meet again?" It's, "What if we'd met too soon and ruined it?" So breathe, trust, and the next time you curse the universe's questionable scheduling skills, remember, you're not being starved of love, you're being armed with it. Picture this. You're in a grand ballroom, the music is playing, and the universe has handpicked your perfect dance partner, your twin flame. But instead of gliding across the floor in harmony, it's more like a slapstick routine where one of you keeps stepping on the other's toes, then suddenly bolts for the exit, leaving you standing there, holding a single glove like some tragic romance novel cover. What gives? Here's the raw, uncomfortable truth. Unconditional love terrifies the ego. It's not the gentle kind of scary, like a haunted house where you know the monsters are fake. This is primal, gut-level terror, the fear that if you let this person in, you'll disappear, poof, gone, dissolved into something so vast, you're not sure where they end and you begin. The runner isn't running from you. They're running from the annihilation of every defense mechanism they've ever built. Imagine spending your whole life carefully constructing a sandcastle, only to have the tide, your twin flame, roll in and whisper, "You were meant for the ocean, not the shore." Of course they panic, wouldn't you? Meanwhile, you're left holding the emotional equivalent of a boombox outside their window, blasting your truth. This is love, real love. Why can't they see it? But here's the kicker. The more you chase, the more you reinforce their fear that love is a trap, a loss of self. Your desperation becomes proof that merging means sacrifice. This push-pull isn't punishment, it's initiation. The runner is learning to trust. The chaser is learning to let go. Both are being forged into versions of themselves that can handle a love this relentless without crumbling. Think of it like training for the emotional Olympics. You wouldn't attempt a triple axel without first learning to stand on skates, right? The stumbles, the falls, the why does this hurt so much? It's all building the muscles for a union that won't break you. One day, if the timing's right, something shifts. Maybe the runner wakes up in a cold sweat, realizing they've been afraid of their own shadow. Maybe the chaser finally gets sick of their own martyrdom and discovers the quiet power of standing still. And when they meet again, it's not a collision, it's a homecoming. Two whole people choosing each other, not because they're desperate, but because they've tasted freedom and realized love was never the cage. No, the dance isn't failing, it's unfolding. And hey, at least you'll have great material for your future memoir. You know that feeling when you're video calling someone from a spotty Wi-Fi zone? The audio cuts out at crucial moments. The picture freezes mid-sentence, and you're left yelling, "Can you hear me now?" into the void. That's what twin flame love often feels like. A perfect connection constantly glitching through the limitations of earthly existence. Here's the mind bender. Your bond operates on a frequency most relationships can't access. While regular couples argue about whose turn it is to do dishes, you're having telepathic conversations at 3 a.m., feeling each other's emotions across continents, or seeing the same bizarre synchronicities. It's like your souls are streaming in Ultra HD while your physical reality buffers on dial-up. Ever tried explaining this to friends? So we're not technically together, but when I meditate, I can taste his coffee. Cue the awkward silence and concerned glances. Some connections are too big for small talk. They exist in a realm where time folds, distance collapses, and love doesn't play by Newton's rules. The brutal truth: some twin flames aren't meant for traditional partnership, at least not in this lifetime. Their purpose might be to awaken you, crack you open, then vanish like spiritual ninjas, leaving behind enlightenment pamphlets. It's the universe's version of "I love you too much to let this be ordinary." Think of Michelangelo's creation of Adam, that iconic gap between fingertips. The magic lives in the space between, the almost but not quite. Your twin flame might be that divine spark urging you to create your own masterpiece from the longing they ignited. Maybe your reunion isn't about shared addresses or matching last names. Maybe it's happening in ways that don't require physical proximity. That song that always plays when you need comfort. The way strangers deliver eerily specific messages. Dreams so vivid, they blur reality's edges. The love isn't lost. It's just operating in a dimension your senses aren't trained to perceive yet. Like trying to smell color or hear sunlight. The connection didn't fail, it transcended. Here's your permission slip. You don't have to turn this cosmic love into something digestible for the mortal world. Some bonds are too vast for labels, too wild for containment. They're the spiritual equivalent of trying to bottle lightning. What makes them breathtaking is precisely what makes them impossible to hold. Just know this: the love is real. The separation is real. The paradox is the point. And that ache in your chest, it's not a wound. It's the stretching of your heart to accommodate a love too big for timelines. Next time someone asks why you're single, just smile and say, "Oh, my soulmate lives in the quantum field." Watch their expression. Worth it. So here you stand, at the edge of understanding, with a heart that's been stretched across dimensions, aching in a language only souls speak. You've traced every why, dissected every silence, and worn out the moon with your midnight questions. And still, the mystery remains. How can something so right feel so impossible? Here's the truth: no spiritual bypassing can pretty up. This journey isn't about arriving, it's about becoming. Your twin flame didn't come to complete you. They came to shatter you, not out of cruelty, but because the version of you that existed before meeting them wasn't large enough to hold what was coming. Like a seed that must split its shell to meet the sun, what feels like breaking is actually the necessary undoing before rebirth. Somewhere beyond the veil of time zones and missed connections, your energies are still dancing. You feel it in those inexplicable moments when a song hijacks your senses with their essence, when déjà vu hits like a whispered secret, when you wake from dreams so vivid your sheets smell like their absence. This isn't fantasy, it's physics of quantum entanglement. If science acknowledges this invisible tether between atoms, why wouldn't souls, those ancient star-forged things, share an even deeper bond? Your connection isn't broken, it's just operating on a frequency your five senses haven't learned to translate yet. One day, maybe tomorrow, maybe in a decade, you'll wake to a quiet miracle. The missing won't sting the same way. Not because you've moved on, but because you've grown around the love, like a tree swallowing a fence post. You'll realize the most profound union wasn't with them at all. It was the reconciliation between who you were and who this love demanded you become. And if your paths cross again, you'll meet as different people, the ones who needed to get lost, to discover they were never truly separate to begin with. If they don't, you'll carry the gift of them forward, like a torch that lit your way home to yourself. So breathe, dear heart. This story isn't over. It's just being written in ink only the soul can read.